If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, the Innkeeper, and this is our live call and talk show all about the Wheel of Time. Now, tonight we're back. I know we took a little 2-week break, but we're back talking all about the Wheel of Game Time. That's right, we have brought in our guests. We're actually announcing a ton of episodes. I can't wait to tell you what's coming from now until January 10th. Yeah, we have at least 9 or 10 episodes that are coming up. And don't forget this, before I bring my guest in, I don't want you to forget this. On January 16th, we will be doing Telecon Riyadh. Mark it in your calendars. It's going to be a full day of panels here at the Dusty Wheel. We have some fun guests coming up with some fun activities going to go on. So it's Saturday, January 16th. We'll actually have a formal announcement here at the end of November when that is coming to be. We'll tell you all about who's going to be there, what those panels are going to be like. So without further ado, though, tonight we're talking all about the episodes, announcements, and Wheel of Game Time with my guest. Let's welcome to the show. Welcome, all 4 of you. like Grendel. Delusions of Grendel. How are you doing, Delusions?
Hello. So nice to be here. Oh my gosh.
This is your first time on the show. This is your first time on the show, yeah.
Yes, and sorry.
No, I was going to say, yeah. And also, it's Malkyr King up in the upper right for those watching. It's Matt's first time here with us, too. It's lovely to have you both with us. And
Rob, to be here.
Rob and Lauren are just old, hats at this point. You guys are just chilling.
We're just old, period.
Yeah, that's true. You're just old. Love it. Well, thank you, all 4 of you, for showing up for this. Appreciate you being here with us. Now, why don't we get this thing going? I know a lot of people are in chat with us. We tried streaming tonight to Twitch. I'm not sure if that's worked out, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, since everyone's here in chat, the 4 of you are. Let's get this going. Before we spin the Wheel of Game Time, I want to tell people about our first episode we have coming up here. This Sunday, we're going to be back here at the Dusty Wheel talking all about Yosha Stradowski. That's right, Yosha Stradowski becoming Rand. That's going to be at 4 p.m. this Sunday. And my guest that night is going to be, or that day, will be Master of the Deck. And we have another guest invitation out, and we'll let you know if that person accepts. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun talking all about Yosha, or as we all called him, Josha. Do you guys remember that? That was this year. Good old Josha Stradowski.
I always called him Yosha. Just for the record.
Oh, whatever.
You're better than
Whatever,
everyone.
Rob. Yeah. Sure you did.
My Viking heritage.
I always called him Yosha. Nice. Yeah, for those of you that happen to be watching us in chat, I'm kind of curious, did any of you actually say Yosha, or did you say Josha like the rest of us? And we'll announce this second episode before we spin the Wheel of Game Time. This next WoT Wednesday, it's an episode you've all been waiting for. We pushed it off a couple of months. We're back with episode 4 of RJ's Notes. Yes, this is our fan questions episode. We have all the questions that you've submitted to us. Therese and Linda are going to be back talking all about Robert Jordan's notes. That's next WoT Wednesday, right before Thanksgiving. You're welcome. We'll be giving thanks as we go through the notes. So those are the first 2 episodes we have coming up. But that isn't why you 4 are here tonight. I wanted to spin the Wheel of Game Time. Now, for those of you that haven't ever played this with us before, basically Twitter of Time and other fans across Discord helped us figure out what topics we would attach to each one of the numbers on the wheel. And we're going to spin this wheel, and we're just going to riff on random fun topics for the night. So here we go. Let's pick our first topic. So let's see. It's going to be number 3. Let's see what we got here. Number 3. These were all hilarious, by the way. I think over 50 ideas were submitted. This one is fun, and I'm going to go to Malkyr's King. Best title for a Wheel of Time themed heavy metal song. What comes to mind? Best title for a
God.
Wheel of Time themed heavy metal song. Don't you love being the first here?
I have to preface this by saying that on Twitter, at least, there were 66 different ideas. And I know because I cataloged them all to go through so that I could try to prepare the ones that I felt that I was like the weakest in. And I don't remember seeing this one on that list. So this one is from somebody else.
I like it. Being first is not fun in this regard. Does anything come to mind? Best Wheel of Time themed heavy metal song.
I have to be honest, I'm not much into heavy metal. So
Is there anything coming to mind for the rest of the panelists here?
I got one.
Anyone want to save Malkir's King here with an answer?
So instead of Tainted Love, which is an obvious one, we can go Deep in the Taint.
Deep in the Taint.
Keep it
I
on
like
Taint.
I like it. Anybody else have a Wheel of Time themed heavy metal song coming to mind? A title?
I was thinking about the Dark One's Taint as well.
Everyone's
I
thinking
can't help it.
Tickling the Taint.
Tickling the taint.
Tickling the taint. Everyone's thinking the taint.
Tarman
What were you saying, Rob?
I still like Tarman guiding it.
Tarman guiding it. I like some of the answers in the chat is Steel of the Dragon, Blood Calls Blood. Oh, that was
nice.
good. Yeah,
That's a great
that one's
one.
good. I mean,
Got
that's a
some
good
screamo
callback,
to
yeah.
it.
A Stroll to Shale Goal. I like that. I mean, Blood on the Rocks that's a good heavy metal song. You know, The Shadow's Eyes. I like it. Hell Bent for Lace. Nice. Master of the Deck has the answer. Okay, Malkir's King. Do we need to go back to you here, or is this anything coming to mind here now that you've had some creative juices flowing here now in chat and among the panelists?
I'll go with any of those.
Nice.
I like it. Yeah. So you got your first person answer here. You won't be first next time. Don't worry about it. Let's spin it again and let's see what we got. Looks like we got number 20. Let's figure out what number 20 was. Okay, I like this one. This one's, again, we're going to go up to Lauren for this one. Lauren from Unwrapping the Pattern. Hopefully you've all checked out his YouTube channel. It's wonderful. Of the Evansfield 5, which one would have an evil twin? And what's their name and backstory?
Oh, okay. I got to come up with the whole backstory.
That's the whole backstory, yeah. So which one? Let's tackle the first question first. Of the 5, who do you think has an evil twin?
Well, I mean, Rand, obviously, because he kind
Rand
of
has
does have an evil voice in his head. Or maybe he's the evil one. I don't know. I mean, the backstory is he was the dragon 3,000 years ago in the Age of Legends.
Rand's evil twin.
Is that fair?
I feel like you're jumping. I feel like
Really
you're just
good.
taking the theory out there, and I like it. I like that Rand having evil twin. Anyone have a name for Rand's evil twin?
Bland.
What is it? What's the name?
Bland.
Bland.
Nice. According to my daughter, Rand is bland in the first book.
Right.
So,
I like Mash the Deck is Rand's twin Randy. Yeah, that's a good one. I love it. So yeah, he has a name and backstory going back to 3,000 years. See, I feel like you could just actually tie this into he doesn't realize that he has like a stepbrother, right? Yeah. Basically, like there were 2 children that Tam found, and Tam only brought one of them back, and the other was actually found by the Black Aja, right? And the Black Aja raised that one to replace him someday, right? See, little doppelganger thing going on. I feel like that's the backstory for Rand. Anyone else here have an idea who among the 5 who do you think deserves an evil twin? What would their name possibly be, and what do you like as a backstory?
I'm a big fan of Catram Pothin.
Catram Pothin. Catram Pothin. What is the story? What's the backstory for Catram Pothin?
Unlike Perrin, who can speak to wolves, Catram can speak to cats. So he uses his powers for evil because, as we know, cats love Aes Sedai. So it's not unusual to see a cat sneaking about. So he's actually the perfect spy for the Dark One.
Catram Pothin.
the thing is, he always lands on his feet. That's what's great about
Oh,
Yes, Lord.
Wow. Good. That was well played. Well played. Malkir's King, do you have any thoughts here on an evil twin among our 5?
Yeah, so the first thing that came to mind was also Matt, because when I was younger and went by Matthew, I had an evil twin named Bathew.
Bathew.
Yes, I was a kid. There's a limit to my creativity there. And Matt's evil twin's Bat backstory is that when they were born, his father couldn't handle the thought of having two boys. So they left him on the side of the road, not wanting to deal with having two babies. And a peddler found him and on his way out of the two rivers and raised him as his own. And the life of a peddler is not a good one for children. So he became like Aladdin, a street urchin, a thief.
Was it is that you didn't go for the peddler being Paddin Fane here, right?
No.
Paddin Fane finds him, and
Paddin Fane was the only peddler who came to the two rivers.
Right. I'm just saying, you could take that down a very dark road with an evil twin.
I wasn't going. I wasn't
some
going that
loony
far.
theories here, Matt.
I wasn't going that far.
Okay. So yeah, I'm enjoying the loony theory aspect of this. If you happen to hear watching tonight here in chat, if you're catching us on Twitter, and I'm not sure if it's working on Twitch, but you're catching us there, remember we are going to be doing some giveaways. You'll have to join that giveaway. You'll have to come over here on YouTube with us. We haven't figured out how to integrate that into Twitch. We will sometime in the future, but we'll tell you when we're going to open that up. It'll be here just a little bit later. We'll open the phone lines to have you call in and give some of your opinions on these questions, and we're going to give away some mugs tonight because I like on announcement night to give away some dusty mugs. Why not? So let's spin the wheel one more time, and then let's announce our next set of guests and episodes coming up. So here we go. Oh, number 2. I was like, I don't think we've ever kind of doubled up on the numbers there. So number 2, these are so tough. Man, people were brutal with their ideas, but I love this one. And Delusions, I'm going to go to you on this one. Come up with a plot line for Steve Irwin as a Wheel of Time wilderness conservationist.
Nice. Okay. So Steve Irwin and Valen Luca are obviously best buds. So they get linked up sometime after the Shreddit appears. So, Steve sees that there's Shreddit and he's like, oh man, I need to help you, but like with a cute Australian accent. And then they go on
You're not going to do the accent for us?
Oh, man. Oh, bloody hell, I see some Shreddit.
It's all right.
Really good. And then they go on hijinks together. After the story ends, they go to Sean Chan with Tuon and Matt, and the laughs that we have with those two.
I love that you tied in Val and Luca to this. Anybody else have an interesting plot line for Steve Irwin as a Wheel of Time wilderness conservationist?
I can imagine him holding up, signs saying Trollocs are people too. Trying to
oh my gosh.
There's some make shadow spawn part of the accepted creatures,
I got it. Yeah, I like the idea that there are some Trollocs out there that really just they don't want to necessarily eat people. It's just that's all they know, right? Yeah.
Nature
I can
versus
see
nurture.
him trying to make it a sport out of Trolloc wrestling.
Trolloc wrestling. I love it. See, you're getting in. You're getting into this. I like
the
it.
important thing is to get their snout closed from behind.
Oh man, can you see Steve Irwin just jumping on the back of a Trolloc? That'd be so good. I love
holding his baby in his arms while he's trying to throw chickens at Trollocs and stuff.
He goes to live. Yeah, like this. Rajesh in chat just said he tries to live among the Trollocs. Of course. I want to see that now. Oh man, that's what I love about this Wheel of Game Time is we often come up with ideas that then I can't get over. I want to see them. Rob, have you had any luck with your audio there? Are you good?
Maybe.
Yes, it's working
okay, cool.
now.
Do you have anything you want to say about Steve Irwin here? Adding either to plot lines you've already heard or something new that's come to mind before we spin the wheel again?
Steve Irwin would be the master of the the Morat, the Torakin, right?
Oh yeah,
Giant
sure,
dragon
yeah.
rider, dude.
Oh man, that'd be so cool. I could totally see like everyone hates the Shan except Steve Irwin. It's like everyone loves like he's the. I'm trying to think of like
Look at the majestic beast we're going to.
See, like that's a great Aussie accent.
Yeah, see, there you go. I love it. Love those ideas. I love watching what people come up with. Saving the wolves from Slayer, of course. I mean, that could definitely be a Steve Irwin plot line. I love that. So before we jump into this,
I definitely love the Trolloc Whisperer aspect, though.
the Trolloc Whisperer, yes, is
perfect.
That's so great. Now, after our RJ's Notes episode, we're going to be back a week later on a WoT Wednesday, and we're actually going to be doing the Great Meme Off Finals. It's if you haven't heard about the Great WoT Meme Challenge, though, we're going to play a little clip for you about what that's about because you still have 2 more days to participate. So enjoy this little 1.5-minute long clip, and we'll chat with Lauren all about this afterwards.
It's John from What Up?
And I'm Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern, and we're excited to bring something really fun for you guys. It's called WoT Challenges.
Nope, this isn't WoT Takes. This is WoT Challenges. We're back with you, actually challenging all fandom to be the funniest or most creative in a variety of different ways. And our first WoT Challenge is going to be the Great WoT Meme Off.
What's the Great WoT Meme Off? Well, we want to see your memes. Send us your memes to this email address down below. And guess what? You can win a prize. It's a $100 Amazon.com gift card. This is better than our WoT Takes because we're giving you stuff.
Here are the rules. First, it has to be a meme that's Wheel of Time related. Second, it has to be original. Third, it has to be in English. And fourth, offensive material, unfortunately, will not make the final cut.
Now, these memes have to be submitted by close of business on the 20th of November, 2020, so we can judge them live in the Dusty Wheel on December 2nd, 2020.
So send us your funniest memes so you can win a prize. We're excited to see what you guys come up with.
Be there December 2nd, live with us here at the Dusty Wheel. That's WoT Wednesday. And we're going to be judging the top 10 memes that we receive live. We look forward to crowning our winner and giving that person a $100 gift certificate from Amazon.com. Looking forward to what you guys send us. That's right. So the Great WoT Meme Off Challenge. If those of you that haven't followed us on social media, hopefully you've seen this. You can go see it again if you want to remind yourself what the rules are, etc. I think, Lauren, we've already received like over 100 memes at this point, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, they're incredible.
Blood and ashes.
I can't wait to see. Hopefully we get even more of a boost after tonight. But yeah, we've got some amazing memes, and some of them are just so hilarious. So I can't wait to judge them and see who comes out on top.
Yeah, the Great WoT Meme Off. We're going to do the final. We're going to judge that. And that night, we'll have John from What Up, Lauren here from Unraveling the Pattern, and the gentleman from the Way of the Leaf YouTube channel. If you have not followed them, go look them up on YouTube. They're hilarious. And they will be there helping us judge the final memes and picking a winner that night who will receive a $100 gift certificate, US dollar, I guess there. It depends on who wins across the world, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you send us your WoT memes if you want to jump in. It's just, we're trying to have some fun here, obviously, before the premiere of the show. And so we're going to do more of these WoT challenges as we go. We'll see how this one turns out. So, Lauren, thanks for putting that together for us. That was awesome. And I want to remind everybody that following 9th of December, I want to say that is the following WoT Wednesday. We're going to have back talking all about debates again. Yes, a Wheel of Time debate. We're talking plot holes and best and worst. And our guest that evening will be Malkir's Talks here. Thank you, Matt, for joining us. He'll be a guest that night. Shantini and sorry, I said Malkir Talks. Malkir King and Malkir Talks will be with us. It's too many Malkirs. And then we have one more.
If only.
Look, there's too many. Too many.
Give him a break.
Malkir's King and Malkir Talks and Shantini and one other guest waiting for the invitation to be accepted for the WoT debate that's coming up on the 9th. So those are the next 4 episodes we have coming up in the show. And while we're here, we're in a good time, I think, for those of you that are actually watching us on Twitter. hopefully you've enjoyed this kind of sneak peek into the Wheel of Game Time. Come over on YouTube or find us on Twitch. Watch the rest of the show. Join in for your Dusty Mug, possible Dusty Mug tonight if you want. Just check us out on YouTube, like I said, or Twitch. But we will see you later over on Twitter. But those of you that are still here with us in YouTube chat, we're going to open up the raffle here and have you start joining the raffle for giving away some mugs. So Taylor, don't do anything yet. I know that some of you have seen this before and you've already started typing in the raffle entry into the YouTube chat. Don't do that just yet. You'll see the request that Taylor will put in chat while we're talking. And when you do see that, you can go ahead and start joining. And we'll start the giveaway here probably in another, 15, 20 minutes. Okay, so that being said, let's spin the wheel and pick our next topic of discussion. Wow, we're getting all at the top of the list. I really like this one. Okay, I loved the good old Talker Ronriad made this suggestion on Twitter, and it's down to you, Rob. Now you're the first up. It's Thanksgiving next week for many of us. So tell us, which Wheel of Time mom are you most thankful for, Rob?
I'm going to have to go with everybody's favorite Marinelle Bear. Just because...
Yeah, it's classic.
Those honey cakes.
Because their honey cakes bring all the boys to the yard.
Steve Irwin in the background. Look at those majestic honey cakes.
And everyone obviously knows this is Rob Christensen from Weekly Wheel News, or as I sometimes refer to him as Rob Christiansen. Look, it happens. It's live every once in a while. Weekly Wheel News.
Said you're good at pronunciation.
Exactly. No one ever said that. If you're not following Rob everywhere, the Weekly Wheel News is hilarious, and it is weekly. And I've actually had the great opportunity of being on and in that news, a couple of those articles. You can check, Rob, where should people check you out? Check out, I guess, those articles on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Does it matter where they choose?
Well, the Instagram ones are a little bit different now because, you can't get that much detail all in there. The whole issue wouldn't fit. So I went to a smaller ad format for Instagram, but thegreatblight.com is the best place to see the whole archive. If you follow us on Twitter, then you'll get them right when they come out. And then there's a back catalog on our Patreon also. And like you were saying, you were featured in one of the new features of our highest tier patrons now is that we'll include you in a cover story. So
awesome.
That's something you're interested in.
That is very cool. I didn't realize that. Yeah, so go check him out. You can find him at thegreatblight.com. Also, you want to check those out. I had no idea that was an option on the Patreon. That's fantastic.
And you can sometimes get color versions on Patreon as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Actually, even if you're at the lowest tier, you always get color ones.
Yeah, those are great.
Nice. So back to this question, Malkir's King. Not talks, sorry about that, Matt. Who's the mom you pick? Who are you most thankful for when it comes to a Wheel of Time mom?
So I'm actually going to go sideways on this one, and I'm going to say Tigray Mantir on Twitter.
On Twitter.
The Twitter version of Tigray Mantir.
I like it. That was a fair.
She's hilarious.
That was a fair twist to. Anyone else have a mom here? Good old Lauren. Is there a mom coming to mind that hasn't been mentioned yet that you want to?
There's some great ones in Twitch, or not in Twitch, in chat. But I got to say Nakomi, because she's clearly Mother Earth, right? We want to get deep into that discussion.
You're thankful for Nakomi. That's a good one. For those of you that, people have asked us so far, there are not going to be spoilers. We're not going to go actively try to spoil anything, but we're obviously asking questions about the books and about characters. So we're going to be mentioning names, and you're going to hear some names. And like Nakomi, you have no idea who Nakomi is and why it's
Maybe
funny.
I just made it up.
And why it's funny that he suggested that there was a mom related to it. So I love it. Delusions, any mom you're thankful for from Wheel of Time?
Well, I'm just going to quickly mention one that I saw in the chat but didn't think of, which is Satel Anan. So Master of the Deck pointed her out, which is brilliant. But for me, it's Morgaze. I love her. I love her sacrifice. I love how she puts everyone else first. And it takes a very long time, no spoilers, for her to finally prioritize herself and her own love. And I love her journey.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
You know who else is a great mom?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Kristen S. just brought this up in chat, but Sarah Nakamura is a wonderful
Oh,
Yeah.
she
That's
is.
Sarah,
That's
if
a-
you're out there.
That's a good pick. That's definitely a good pick. Yeah, much thanks. This, yeah, that's a good way. That's a good way to put it. Is as fans, we're very thankful for Sarah's work this year on the Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime. So yeah, many thanks out to Sarah Nakamura. So any other moms you want to mention before, not your own moms, Wheel of Time moms?
I mean, Moraine de Modred. I can just imagine her telling the boys, "We'll get there when we get there," in the, like in the van.
Don't make me turn these ways around.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. Jake just said.
I was going to nominate her for the best babysitter, but she lost them all. So how good is that?
I do want to put this nod out here. Jake just brought this up. I totally concur. Zool is the best Discord mom.
Aw, Zooey.
Much love to Zool as our Discord mom. I love it. So let's move on to our next wheel category. Yeah, sorry, Taylor. Taylor would like to spin this next. So Taylor, reach forward and spin, if you would.
Who wins the showcase?
I love it. So 23. Let's see what topic. Oh, this one's fantastic. Okay, we're back to you, Matt. I think you'll enjoy this one and be a little bit more ready for this one. Oh no, it's a Trolloc. Choose your fighter: Daniel Green, Nameless, Lesby Nerdy, or Rakapa Sedai. These are all YouTubers for those of you that may not know. Oh no, it's a Trolloc. Choose your fighter: Daniel Green, Nameless, Lesby Nerdy, or Rakapa Sedai, and why?
I was originally going to go with Rakapa Sedai because an Aes Sedai against the Trolloc, that's, no question. But Daniel Green uses a dagger for his microphone. So I'm going to go with Daniel Green.
Yeah, that's very logical and smart. That's a good pick. Let's move on to you, Lauren, on this one. Choose your fighter between those four. Trollocs are at your door. Who are you going to choose?
Look, I love them all, but it's got to be Rakapa Sedai for me. She could just sass that Trolloc away.
the dagger versus the sass. I understand. Yeah. Those are two good. So for you, Delusions, who's your fighter?
Man. I gotta go, Jenny. She
really
would. We already know one Trolloc can talk. Jenny's rhetoric and command of the English language and her skills of persuasion. Are you kidding me? Trollocs come knocking. She would have them turned around and marching to Shale Ghul so fast. For sure.
I like it. Have to worry about getting her head cut off because she don't have
she's only she's only an avatar anyway. She doesn't have anything to worry about. She doesn't have hands. Yeah, exactly. I love it. And then Rob, to you, is between these four, who is your fighter and why?
Well, okay. So what were the? Tell me all of them.
You have oh no, it's a Trolloc, and you have to choose between Daniel Green, Nameless, Lesby Nerdy, or Rakapa Sedai.
I guess I'm gonna have to choose Nameless because nobody else chose him. I gotta placate his ego somehow.
Wow. Nameless. Yeah, as Don just pointed out, Nameless. He's 6.5 feet tall. Is that true?
He's actually 6'5", I think.
6'5". Yeah, really close. That's a good pick.
His ego in his blood.
Now I know. I would. Yeah, I think I would pick Nameless because he'd be the biggest target there, and I would run. It's like choose my fighter. I'm out of here. So yeah,
I guess the question is, which one of them is the slowest runner?
That is always a good question.
Okay, so next live Jordan Con, what you're saying is we're gonna have
I love
challenge them to a foot race.
This is true. To Daniel Green, Nameless, Lesby Nerdy, and Rakapa Sedai, you all must be at Jordan Con, and we are going to do a foot race, so we all know the best answer to this question. So I love it. This is a great option that someone threw out. Okay, let's throw another wheel here, and then Taylor, did you throw up the raffle for everyone? No, go ahead and let's put the raffle up. Taylor will throw the raffle in, and then we'll let the raffle go for about 20 minutes. That's what I think you caught me on that. And so Taylor will put that here in chat really briefly. And yeah, we'll spin first, and then Taylor will get that going. Here we go. Ooh, 20. I can't remember if we have already. Oh, we already did cover 20. Wow, it's our first. I think that might be our first ever. You know, we don't clearly like any numbers between 4 and 20. That's the wheel will not give us. Okay, number 9. Here we go. So, yeah, this one I thought was quite interesting. This one goes to you, Lauren, to start us off. Real world people. That during their life, so they've passed already, that were ta'veren to you.
This might be a controversial answer, but Walt Disney.
Walt Disney, okay.
I mean, Walt Disney, I teach animation and I do animation. And whatever you might think about, Disney as a company, he was an amazing innovator and an incredibly influential guy. And I just love the kind of innovations that he came up with that brought us into the world of animation that we're into today. So yeah, definitely Walt Disney.
Walt Disney as ta'veren. Interesting. Yeah. Well, how about you, Delusions? Does anything come to mind? Real world, someone that's passed that you would consider were ta'veren?
I have a couple.
Okay.
One is, I think, real. Joan of Arc. And she was a 13-year-old who changed the nation.
Good pick.
And King Arthur, although mixed on whether or not he was an actual person.
I like it. Yeah, adding a little potentially mythical in. I love it. I like Call Me Nakomi throughout Rafe Judkins. Yeah, but he's still alive.
Remains to be seen too.
Remains to be
But we
seen.
haven't heard from him for
TBD.
a while, so who knows?
We haven't heard from him for a while. Jeez, that was morbid. And so moving on to Rob. Rob, ta'veren, real world ta'veren. What comes to mind with that question?
Man, the first thing that came to mind wasn't necessarily celebrity, but just somebody from my personal life. And this would have been my mom's second husband. So I guess I should say my stepdad, but I was already an adult, so I didn't really think of him that way. But
Right.
He was just a really wise fellow. He was hilarious, he really kind of opened my eyes to not see things in such a narrow point of view. And he was just an anchor for the family. And unfortunately we lost him to sudden cancer stage 4 a couple of years ago that nobody ever knew he had. So, but yeah. So,
well, great pick. Yeah, no, it's. I think that is I think that's a great way to think about from a personal ta'veren standpoint. Someone that's changed and balanced you in some way, or has pulled you into their, to their swirling life in such a dramatic fashion. So yeah, great pick. Awesome. And to you, Matt. Anything come to mind here? Now you've heard all these answers. I
actually the first time I heard the question, immediately I thought of Alexander the Great, which somebody actually just mentioned in the chat. Although right before it, somebody said Daniel Green. So how much you can trust the chat?
It was probably him that said it.
He's pulling all the YouTubers into his wake.
When Daniel Green gets the Great added to his name, then we can consider him.
Daniel the Great Green.
How do we petition for him to be
Daniel of
British
Macedon?
Empire?
I love some of these. I did see Freddie Mercury. I love that answer.
Yes, I love that answer.
Good answer.
That's a great one. For those of you that are
word in a few issues ago.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. But for those, obviously, Sinister Death put on Robert Jordan. Clearly, pulled us into his spinning wake, if you will, of the pattern. So that's a great answer too. Thanks for Sinister Death. Thanks for pointing that out. For those of you that don't know, this is a live call and talk show. Give us a call at the number is 1-313. I think it's 825-5968. That's right. That's 1-313-825-5968 or talk WoT. If you have an opinion about one of the questions you've already asked, we'd love to hear the answers to those questions. Basically, we just want to hear what those answers are that you had, or if you have a question for one of our guests tonight, please feel free to give us a call, or you're excited about an episode we've already announced. You can give us a call and we'll kind of pull you into the show as we're doing a variety of things here, right? We're spinning the wheel, announcing episodes, doing some giveaways, and we'd love to hear your opinions. Who do you think was ta'veren from our real world? So that being said, why don't we tell you what's coming up next and wait for some callers here as far as our next episodes on the show. After our debate, that Sunday, December 13th, we're going to do a deep dive into the Forsaken, the women of time, if you will. Yes, that's Lanfear right there, and you know that she's going to be a topic of discussion. And I want to point out, it's been a long time, and I'm due this, okay? So everyone just needs to accept the fact this was coming,
this.
and I deserve this moment. But thankfully, we will have Delusions of Grendel with us that evening or that day. And Vance the Gleeman, also a YouTuber, will be with us. And Shannon, the Amerlin of Tarvalon.net, will also be with us. Three, I guess I would call them all three newbies on the show, except Delusions here with us tonight. But yes, our deep dive into the Forsaken will be a lot of fun. That'll be on the 13th of December. And then the following WoT Wednesday is also an episode that has been a long time coming. I think the best way to rephrase this is Between the Innkeepers. My guest on the 16th, WoT Wednesday, will be Jason Denzel. Jason and I will be chatting with each other, talking all about the Wheel of Time. Basically, it's just going to be an open chat evening about Dragonmount. This is Jason Denzel, who you're seeing here, is the creator of Dragonmount.com, also an author in his own right, my friend. And we'll be talking all about the Wheel of Time and Amazon Prime. We'll be talking about Theoryland, Dragonmount, the good old days for the last 2+ decades. So I can't wait to have Jason here with me in the inn. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. And he is another innkeeper in the books. So yeah, I can't wait to have him here. Now we have a couple more episodes to announce. I see some people calling. What we'll do is we're going to spin the wheel one more time. We're going to lottery off one of the mugs, and then we'll bring people into the call. So let's spin this up. And for those of you that are watching, remember, if you haven't and you're here with us in YouTube chat, or you want to run over to YouTube chat, you can come over here to chat and put in !, raffle, and join the Dusty Mug raffle. 4. Jeez, we've gotten way too many duplicates tonight. It's 4 again.
I saw an awesome comment. Was that the one about which YouTuber would stop a Trolloc?
Which YouTuber would stop?
Well,
if we get 4 again, the show's over.
Oh, that's it.
It's 20. We're just going to go to 19. No more spinning the wheel. Too many repeats.
The wheel is rigged.
This wheel's totally rigged tonight. So I love it. So let's go a little bit dark here. And Delusions, we're moving on to you. Think The Boys. I don't know if you've seen The Boys,
Not yet.
but so if you haven't thought The Boys, the rest of this, let's think the Black Aja. How about that? Now, if you could channel the one power, and let's say you were a member of the Black Aja in this age, how would you destroy your ex or annoying coworker or boss? A little bit dark.
Okay.
What would you do?
What ex would I be thinking of? So what I would do is go after the family first. I like the approach that the Murdrell took with Jacob Carradine. I think that's really ruthless, and I think it gets to the point. So you go for the family. Start, with the extended family, then bring it home deep. Watch his family be tortured in front of him. It's game over. Welcome to the shadow, my friends.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, see, this is why the one power in our age or in any age is a dangerous thing. You start to, as soon as you ask yourself this question, what would I do in that situation? Even just add a little dark to this. Rob, I don't know if you want to go here, but have you thought if you had the one power and you wanted to get back at somebody, whether or not it was at an ex or whatever, just you wanted a little bit of revenge, have you thought about how you might use the one power?
I might just confuse their speech so that nobody understood them, especially people who can never pronounce my last name.
It's Rob Christensen. I love the idea.
Like saying Moghedien,
Moghedien. I love, like Master the Deck just said, I love the Curse of Babel. I love the idea that you'd use the one power just so people couldn't be understood. That's deep.
Genius.
And
how frustrating would that be?
That's some revenge right there. Matt, do you have something in mind here? It doesn't have to be as dark as Delusions went, but it can be. It can go darker if you'd like.
Go darker.
So
you have fun.
Clarification. Am I concerned about legal repercussions?
You're in this age, so I would assume so, unless you didn't live in this country. So you'd probably want to be concerned about from a international perspective, maybe. But yeah, you could kind of base it off of that.
So first of all, you have to remember that anything that I would want to do in such a way that it would not trace back to me.
Okay.
So So, getting rid of, your ex or your really annoying coworker, obviously the first thing that you think of is balefire, but that's not really satisfying. So I
thought you said obviously we think balefire first.
It's not satisfying. I love the aspect. I love the aspect that you're like, it's not satisfying.
You're talking about getting rid of somebody who you really hate, I assume, right? I was more thinking along the lines of what Nynaeve and Elaine and Egwene did to the Murdrolls when they were heading down to Tyr.
Oh no!
You basically encase them in air and set them on fire, and then like
nice.
All traces are gone.
All trace. I love that. But you actually you don't want to use balefire. You want to watch it happen and really see it go on.
You want to smell the burning.
Wow, that's deep.
No, I don't want to smell the burning. That's burnt flesh smells disgusting. I don't want to
smell like bacon.
I don't want to know how. I don't know how. Want to know why you know that. So let's jump over to Lauren. So what would you use the one power for? Let's say from you're annoyed by somebody and you want a little bit of revenge or a lot, Lauren.
Well, first of all, you're all sick. You're all sick. The thing that came to my mind is you get the most powerful sangreal you can find and the largest circle you can find, and you balefire them so hard that you erase as much of their past as you possibly can, and you get your sweatshirt back.
Any particular sweatshirt you're thinking of there, Lauren?
Not specific.
Not specific.
Just really love that sweatshirt, that hoodie.
Navy.
That is well thought. I like it. The revenge is getting the sweatshirt that they thought they had taken forever from you. I love that aspect of
and that mixtape. That mixtape you made.
Death plus sweatshirt. I love it.
Remind me not to borrow anything from Lauren.
Doug in chat just said, "Note to self: never piss off any of these people." I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's bring our first caller in, one we know really well, to the show. Welcome to the Dusty Wheel, Norm. How you doing tonight?
Hello, great Innkeeper. Of course, I raise my mug to thee, and to our awesome and great guests, I raise my mug to thee. So, and also, of course, to everybody in chat. Woohoo! All right, so here's my question for everybody. If you could choose one good guy in the book, one bad guy, and of course, I use guy as in male or female, in the book that you could hang out with for 24 hours. Doesn't matter what happens in those 24 hours. You get to hang out with them, chat with them, ask questions, whatever your crazy delusions of grand old minds wants to do. What would you want to, who would you choose from the good guys and the bad guys side for each of you?
Okay, so go for it. Lauren, who'd you start with? Who'd you choose?
I mean, it's got to be Loyal. I would love to. I know everyone gets so bored of him when he's talking in the books, but I would love to listen to him talk for 24 hours and get on all these tangents. That would be amazing.
Nice. I love it. Yep. Matt, who would you pick?
I think I would probably pick... No, I wouldn't pick him. I was gonna say Matt, and then I was gonna say Talmanes. There's too many. There's too many. I'd pick Ruark.
Ruark. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good call.
Just
Rob,
because he's somebody that nobody else would pick, and I feel bad for him.
Oh no, I love that. That's such a good pick.
Who'd you pick, Rob?
I think I just hang out with Tom Maryland. Like,
yeah, that's a good pick.
I just move in with him, man. Like, I never grow old.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I love Unraveling the Pattern. Just wrote in chat. Can I change my answer to Matt in Vegas? That's a good one too.
Oh, someone else, Dean Moxley, comment on that, and I was like, "Oh, that's a way better answer."
Grendel, who would you pick?
I mean, obviously, I want to hang out with the enigma of the series. I want to hang out with Grendel, get to know her a little bit. From the bad side, if I had to pick the light side, it would obviously be Matt Cawthon or Brigida.
So I would
them together.
I would pick.
Be a
I mean,
fun
this is obvious. Varen, definitely. I would love to spend some time with Varen. Or if I couldn't, then Min. I would love to be just hanging out with Min and go around a city and be like, "What do you see? What's going to happen to them?"
Are you telling me neither of your answers are Lanfear?
Look, it felt like it was too easy, and I'm getting an episode about her coming up, so I was okay with letting that hang out there.
I think we need some rules. Like, if you're going to hang out with Grandel after the 24 hours, does the compulsion just get removed?
I think.
How many times do you think you can ask Min, "What do you see?" before she pulls her knives on you?
And does nothing with them, but a bum.
Oh, wow. Let's not even go there. So, Norm, before we let you go, I want to ask you a question, which is, which mother from the Wheel of Time are you thankful for?
Well, I think she's already been mentioned. It would be Tigraine, because for obvious reasons. That would be that would be the mother that I would be most thankful for, with an honorable mention of course, I would have to say, since no one said her, Egwene, because she is our mother.
The mother.
Aww,
the mother. I love it.
Nice.
Hey, Norm, as always, man, awesome to hear from you. Have a good evening, and we'll see you back in chat, okay?
You guys take care, y'all.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, I think it's time for a mug. What do you guys think? Let's give away
Definitely
a mug.
mug time.
All those of you that have waited this long, stuck around with us until this time, let's lottery off a mug here. For those of you that still want to be part of this, remember, we can't open this back up. We're going to close this out. If you want to participate, again, if you're watching us from anywhere else, but you're here or you're here with us live, remember to jump into YouTube chat and you can put in ! Raffle. Although I guess Taylor just closed it, so you cannot. It is over. Too bad. But still come and join us with chat. So no, you're good. So Christian just said, "I want a mug." Let's pick a winner here, Taylor. And I know it's somewhat delayed when it shows up there, but go ahead and click a winner while we. And then once you choose one, we'll spin the wheel and we'll get back to chatting, and then we'll bring our next caller in here shortly. Oh yeah, Taylor with the drum beat. Let's pick it. I love this that everyone's waiting. Oh, Carolyn Reiser has won a Dusty Wheel mug. Welcome, Carolyn. Again, if you haven't seen the show before, make sure to actually jump into Discord afterwards. You can find the link in the description below, or go on to Twitter. Just find the Dusty Wheel somewhere on social media and let us know. Basically, just contact me. Just contact the Innkeeper, and I'll get your address, and I'll have you pick a mug, and we'll get it out to you. Congratulations. Hopefully, you're still here with us and you haven't left. Every once in a while, I think we've only missed one person. Actually, had never kind of said anything afterwards. And someday I have to go back and find out what episode that was. So yeah, congratulations, Carolyn. We'll pick another one or two winners here as we go. But let's spin the wheel and get another topic, and then we'll bring our next caller in. I mean, we're going to keep spinning the wheel unless it keeps on picking 4s and 20s. I mean, literally, it's just going to pick the two. Okay, Taylor wants to do it here. Taylor's going to be the magic. Nothing between 1 and 4 or 20 and 24, basically. Come on, Taylor. And while you're here waiting for the wheel to spin, make sure you like this video and subscribe if that's the first time. Oh, 5. I don't think we've done 5. Nice job, Taylor. You broke us. Oh, I love this one. Okay, just I'll give you the topic here just in 1 second. If this is the first time you've ever been here with us with our live call and talk show, and you've never seen this before, but you're liking this, please hit the subscribe button. We can't wait till we hit 10K, because Taylor, behind the scenes, my son, will be hosting the show, and it is the most hilarious thing. He talks about it all the time. I'm busting up laughing, and I will be behind the scenes at that point. So yeah, we can't wait to get there. And yeah, please like this video so other fans can find this. Now, number 5 is a fun one. Wheel of Time 1 Power Olympics. Yes, Name your event at the Wheel of Time 1 Power Olympics. And I think we're off to you, Rob. Does anything come to mind if we were going to see the Olympics between, maybe the Black Tower, the White Tower, and the Shanshan even? Anyone among the nations that has a significant amount of channelers and they came to an Olympics, what would your event be?
How about Championship 1 Power showering? Because that just sounded awesome.
Championship 1 Power. Did you say showering?
Yeah, I remember when Rand did that weird shower, like with all the bubbles and like the swirling stuff. You know, they could have like a competition of like the coolest
Shower
display.
competition.
It'd be like the freaking Bellagio, bubbles and.
Okay, so
Rain
you
would be down. I know.
Like a
like
fountain.
like a fountain.
So it's like competitive IEL sweat tents.
Delusion's eyes. If you go back and watch this in the video, as you were bringing up your idea, her eyes were just so large. It was so great. It was like, who's in the shower? I don't get it. I like this competitive fountain creations, like the Bellagio. That's a great event. I like this actually from a One Power. I love it. Matt, does a Wheel of Time One Power Olympic event come to mind when you think about a competition?
I was thinking of something like the shot put, but with fireballs.
Fireball shot put. I gotcha. Maybe it's like how much. Is it like how big the fireball?
How far can you throw
Okay.
a ball of fire?
I gotcha. Yeah, I like it. That's a good one. A shot put with fireballs. I like it. I like what Rajesh said. This is like Wheel of Time on Cinemax now after the showering comment. I love it. Okay, so to you, Lauren, an Olympics for One Power. What would your event be?
I was thinking something using gateways, like a relay race with gateways, where you have kind of like a triathlon kind of a thing, where you have to like, I don't know, this is coming to me as I'm saying it, but you know, like some sort of like different terrain or different things that you have to get through, and like no holds barred. You can use the power to do anything, to stop anything in your way, but you have to get the baton through the gateway to the next person who has to then do the same thing, and they literally go across the world or something like that. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I love this. I love
that.
it. I love it, and I love that people would be throwing gateways in your way, and you could die because they would close on you and stuff like that. You know, like,
well, Andral would be the biggest winner if it was just about the gateways. But I like to think the gateways are already open, and they just have to run through them and pass the baton.
By the way, chat is having so much fun with this. Deathgate Derby, which is almost, I think, kind of what you're talking about there. Competitive meat grinding. Jeez, that one's good. I love it. I love tag in the dream world. I love that idea. Tag in Teleron Riyadh.
Oh my god.
Braid tugging and skirt smoothing. That's the event.
the thickest weave. I love it. Timothy, nice idea there. Marathon bathing. Nice. Trolloc tossing. Sinister Death. I love Trolloc tossing. I want to see this competition. Let's see, shield competition. I love. Was it Bane and Chiad just put one in there? Oh yeah, curling Perrin's hair. That's good. Well done. One power ice sculpting. Oh yeah, that's so good. Or Malkier Talk said powerlifting, like who can pick up the most. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
unweaving. I have to be good. Explosive effects of unweaving.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Pretty interesting.
A compulsion foot race. You have to compel the person that's running for you. You have to compel them to run. I love that idea.
Bloody feet.
Oh my gosh. These are great. So with that in mind, let's bring in our next guest here. Also someone we know really well. Welcome to the Dusty Wheel, Master of the Deck. How are you doing tonight?
Kayla! I'm doing fabulous.
Excellent.
How are y'all?
We're doing fantastic. We're having announcements and games. How can we not be having fun? So
I'm having a blast, and I'm not actually doing any work.
So what's your call here? Did you like this? Did you hear us talk about the Olympics? Did you have an event that came to mind that you liked best?
I'm going to steal Joe Perry's idea and go with the shield breaking because it was neat.
Yeah, that would be neat. Yeah. I love it. This is they should come up with like a game, like actual gaming. You could have like Olympics and the One Power, and you could do some fun stuff. Like Xbox could put out their Olympics One Power game or something like that.
We'll get Red Eagle Entertainment right on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe in about 20 years they'll roll out a game.
So Master of the Deck, what question did you call with?
Well, I don't necessarily have a question, I suppose. Mostly I wanted to say hi to Malkier's King, to Matt. We're Twitter friends. So hi, Matt.
Nice.
Thanks for calling.
But also, because there is, you guys brought up Steve Irwin, and I have a very, very personal relationship with Steve Irwin because I wanted to be him when I grew up. Okay.
Nice.
Like that was childhood me, like was every episode of The Crocodile Hunter. I was all over that shit. So you better believe that Steve Irwin would have been the dude that was like, he hung out at the Blight border and was like, save the shadow spawn. And like, these creatures are so misunderstood and mistreated. And he would be trying to like capture a worm so that he could get it to pupate. It would be amazing.
I love it. Yeah, no, I agree. He would be, he would be, the Steve Irwin question really was like one of my favorite that I saw. Did you have, now I think you did throw out some names for WoT themed heavy metal songs. Did you have another one that came to mind after we moved on from that topic that you thought was very appropriately WoT themed?
No, you already said the best one I came up with, which was Hellbent for Lace.
Yeah, that was good.
Judas Priest.
That was good.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I don't know. Instead of one power, well, Metallica.
I like it. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Well, thank you. Sorry
it's
for
really
making
not.
It's timely, I guess, for me. I love that song. But as far as the show's concerned, and us waiting on more news from Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime, how are you doing, Mash of the Deck? How are you making it through the wait?
I mean, every time there's a Wednesday that goes by and we don't hear anything, like I'm a very patient person. I'm not sitting here on the sidelines being like, feed me, give me news. But at the same time, like there's the alternate universe version of me that is just like, cracked out on Wheel of Time stuff. And I want to know everything. I feel like collectively we all would really like to know who's playing Galad, because the question is just gonna be like, all right, well, who's the hottest person they could come up with, right? That would still be a good actor.
Right.
But I'll take the news as it comes. I'm really looking forward to a trailer, especially, preparing for next Dusty Wheel on Sunday with Yosha, and having seen some of the other stuff that he's done. It's just got me really, really excited to see these people, bring our favorite characters to life. And so whatever Wheel of Time on Prime wants to give us, I'm here for it and I'm ready for it. And, COVID is shitting on all of us collectively with all this, but Amazon has more money than God, so I'm not worried yet.
That's right. Well, as you said to Amazon, we're here for it. And we're ready for it. We're here for it. And thank you for reminding us. Make sure you do show up Sunday. Mash of the Deck and I and another guest will be discussing Yosha Shadowski and becoming Rand. What makes what do we think his strengths are that he's going to bring to that role? Do we think that he's going to struggle in any areas? Where does he need to really hit properly to really bring Rand to life? So yeah, that's gonna be a fun conversation. Can't wait to have it with you. And thanks for calling tonight. And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Matt.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's we have a couple more callers here. Let's bring in Andrew to the show. Andrew, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. How you doing tonight?
Good, man. How you doing?
Fantastic. For all those who don't know, this is Andrew from the Black Tower Podcast. With us chatting. What's on your mind, man, that you either heard us discuss with the wheel or something else that we haven't spun on that you want to talk about?
So when I tuned in, you guys were talking about like what you would do with the one power, and I thought it was kind of funny that I didn't hear anybody say anything about automating YouTube uploads or artwork uploads or coordinating dance moves with the one power, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's the one power stuff we were focusing on was if you could use it for something that was a little bit more evil, like revenge, how specifically would you use it? But yeah, I like that, twisting that around, that question of what would you use the one power for, just generally speaking. I love that idea. So let's go to the panel with that question, which is, delusions. Like, what would you use the one power for? Just pick what's one thing in life that you would want to use it for.
Healing pancreatic cancer.
Cancer. Healing cancer would be...
Pancreatic is specifically just because it's most often diagnosed at stage 4, and it has a 93% death rate. So it's pretty lethal. Yep.
Wow, that's a very good use of the one power, for sure. The healing aspects of it, absolutely. Lauren, I don't know what you can say after that at that point, but what would you? Everything that you're going to say at this point is going to seem a little bit more trite, but but go for it.
I was just thinking. I immediately went for like a selfish answer, which was to use gateways to make my life easier. But yeah, healing obviously is the right answer.
you're like I can't say anything else. No, I like gateways. Gateways making things easier, but yeah, I think that's a good answer. Matt, what are your thoughts here? What would you use it for? Just right off the bat, like what would make your life better if you had it?
I mean, clearly now I have to give like the philanthropic answer, which for me is actually not healing, although that is a good one. But doing Rand's little well finding trick in Ruidian, and helping communities that don't have access to clean water to find water for them underground and bringing it up, and creating clean lakes and that sort of things, so that everybody in the world has access to clean water.
You guys are just really good people. Look at this is just very nice.
I was thinking the second.
I mean, the real thing that I would do is probably what Lauren would do, and use gateways to get around.
I was thinking compelling my children to clean their rooms. Maybe that's like a slippery slope, you know. I
that's
start compelling my boss
to
give me days off
as a treat.
Yeah, just every once in a while, just adding a little oomph into your request. I like it. Rob, what's your answer to this question?
Well, so first, I was gonna go with the altruistic angle of like using gateways have been said already, but like to deliver food to people that are in need, starving nations and things like that. Just here, have mass food, right? Like, but then I got a little entrepreneurial, and I thought, like, if I was the only one that could do gateways, I would make $1 billion as a travel agent, like that nobody could compete with. Like, boom, you're there. Here you go.
Yeah, I would definitely
you don't have to deal with the airlines. Nothing.
It'd be so hard not to monetize it.
Right?
But just because you can, you'd still make them go through 2-hour wait through security. Right?
Okay, so I want to turn the question around on Andrew now, giving us a call. Great prompt here, Andrew. But I want to ask you this question. I don't know if you heard us talking about this one, but if you were faced with a Trolloc and you could choose your fighter, who would you choose among Daniel Green, Nameless, Lesby Nerdy, or Rakappa Sedai?
Oh, that's a tough decision. I'm going to go with Rakappa. I'm going to choose Rakappa.
Okay, why Rakappa?
Because you never know what's about to happen.
Because you never know what's about to happen. I love it. That's a great answer. I love that Nameless is in chat and wrote wrong. That's a great answer.
Fake news.
I got to point out someone in chat.
World leaders into peace agreements.
Somebody in chat said Nameless would just order the Trolloc away because he's Nameless.
I love it. Hey, Andrew, thank you so much for waiting on the line and giving us that prompt. Great question for us. And have a good evening, man. Okay, talk to you soon.
Oh, y'all as well.
Yep, bye-bye. And speaking of the Nameless, let's bring the Nameless into the show.
Hi.
Welcome, Nameless, to the Dusty Wheel tonight. How you doing?
Hey guys.
Hey, Nubs.
First of all, I wanted to compliment Grendel on her shirt. It's amazing. I don't know where you got that.
Where would I have gotten it from? Was it a drunken shopping binge?
I can't imagine you buying it when you were drunk.
No.
When I told you not to. But now, I did want to take this opportunity, though, now that we're live, to officially announce I will never be on the Black Tower podcast ever again. And they will be removed from greyflight.com because they have the wrong answer.
That's a good, yeah, it's an important to be able to make
There's only
that
one right
announcement.
answer to that question.
You'll have to go back, and I don't know if you saw when we first covered this, but it's everyone's like, don't watch it. Yeah, I didn't make the answer.
So
it was Rob.
I totally got here late, so I missed what you talked about earlier.
We all said you, Nabes. Don't worry, you
about
don't have
me.
to go back and watch it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
everyone picked you. Everyone picked you, of course.
Okay.
Everyone picked you.
I feel better now.
I picked him.
Any video evidence to the contrary is all doctored and fake news.
exactly. Okay, so I want to throw this question to you. I don't know if you heard this one, but I want to know. I'm going to dig deep into the mind of Nameless if Nablus could channel the one power and he was looking for some revenge, let's say, against a podcast or, you know, an ex or something, and you had the one power, you know, in what kind of revenge-like ways would you use the one power against that villain or enemy or whoever that is?
Well, that's fairly simple, actually. So there's a couple ways. I mean, obviously, if you kill a podcaster, you make him a martyr, and so we couldn't do anything quick death type thing. So I think compulsion is probably the best route to start with, just to ruin their podcast, let them talk about Nablus the whole time, and you know, like, what kind of revenge is this? Is this like serious revenge, or is this just like prankster revenge?
I mean, if your delusions here, it's very serious stuff.
Please go as dark as possible.
Yeah, so it kind of depends on where you want to take it. Yeah,
there's a whole lot of things we can do to ruin, you know, somebody with compulsion. So, sounding evil.
Yes,
you're making me sound awful. But yeah, that's probably where I would go.
Yeah, that's when delusions got the first question and definitely went very evil, and it started us off very well. I started asking people like, okay, you don't have to go that dark, but if you don't want to, but you can, but you don't have to. So.
Well, if you haven't noticed so far the trend I'm seeing is that when you ask Grendel a question, it's like the extreme answer. Like you know, what would you use the one power for? You need to ask her last so she doesn't trump everybody else before she answers. So.
Nice. Well, we were talking about you. We're glad that you heard about it and that you jumped on in time. And I would certainly pick you because I'm 5'9", you're 6'5". The Trolloc would definitely target you before me, and I would run. That's kind of how it would work. I'd be like, yeah, I know. He can't see me, but he can see you, and I'm out of here. So that's my answer. But if you do want to get a T-shirt like Grendel has there, I'm assuming you can get that at thegreatblight.com. I don't know if you've ever heard of that place, but it's a wonderful location where you can get all things Wheel of Time. So, yeah, definitely go check them out. You might even see a man named Nablus over there, too. In fact,
well, you got to make sure if you're like her, you had to be really drunk when you bought it.
You may have to get drunk.
Can I take 25 seconds and tell the story of how she bought that shirt?
Yes, you can.
So
we'll let you.
This is when I was putting together shopwheeloftime.com. So like
to be fair, it was Canadian Thanksgiving.
I was just putting it together. I wasn't live. I was testing it. And I said, "Hey, look at this and tell me if it's going to give Canadian shipping," because I wasn't sure if I had international shipping like set up right. And next thing I know, I got an order, and I shouldn't have asked her because she was like plastered and drunk, and I shouldn't have asked her to look at it. But she bought that and then like $200 worth of other stuff before the store was live.
Nice.
She has
no
very
shipping
good taste
included.
in merch.
Hey, Nablus, great story. Appreciate you calling in, man. And as always, great to hear your voice. It's been too long, man.
Good talking to you guys.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, Nubs.
Yeah. Okay, so it's time to give away another mug. Let's do it. Let's have Taylor pick us a mug. We'll do one more spin. We have one more caller on, and we will bring him in shortly. But yeah, let's pick a winner for this mug. We might even do like a third mug. Everyone's been fantastic this evening. Great answers. And right at the end of the show, we'll pick a last third winner. Why not? We haven't done one of these shows in it feels like months. So Taylor, give us another winner. Let's see who wins another dusty mug. Hopefully Carolyn was out there. I don't know if I saw her in chat, so hopefully she's there. But yeah, Taylor, go ahead. The drum beat. I like that. Dana Zool. Zool has won a dusty mug. That's excellent. Congrats, Zool. Dana Zool or Zaina Dool. Congrats. That'd be awesome. That's so great that she won. Let's do one more spin on the wheel. Then we're gonna bring our last caller in, and we'll do a last mug giveaway, and then we'll close this puppy out for the evening. Taylor, you want to give us another spin? I don't believe in this thing anymore, but let's try another spin and see if we don't get 1 through 5 or 20 through 24. what's the likelihood here? Someone must know the math of how likely it is for us to. Oh, geesh.
Depends on how many
Okay,
episodes you're in.
So yeah, no, here our last question here. You go ahead, Taylor. Is going to be reasons your mother-in-law is likely a dark friend. And let's begin with you, Matt. Reasons your mother-in-law is likely a dark friend.
Well, I don't know whether or not my wife is watching, but just in case, my mother-in-law is definitely not a dark friend. So actually,
that's so weak sauce. But reasons that she might be.
Reason that my mother-in-law is actually child bornhold.
That's wow. That's I didn't realize that. It's Dana.
Complicated.
Dana Bornhold is your
complicated.
Okay, I feel like we're not going to get any. I feel like Matt's a little bit too worried about his mother-in-law or his wife watching this. So let's move on to Lauren over here. Reasons why your mother-in-law is likely a dark friend.
I also plead the fifth. No.
Wow, this is sick.
No, okay. Let's see. Real reasons. She definitely serves an evil higher power.
But that's reason that because you've seen her serve an evil higher power. Okay,
yep. I know who she voted for. That's all I'm saying.
Oh wow, you went political. Okay, wow. Moving on. Okay, delusions. Reasons your mother-in-law, if you had mother-in-law, is likely a dark friend.
Oh man, reasons why she isn't would be a lot harder.
Okay, then now I want to hear it. Yeah. I love how everyone's so worried.
It's fine. She'll never see this. So because doesn't investigate the truth, is easy to convince, will buy in like Pater, our big. I don't see in chat. We're missing our friend Pater. She is going to be just like Pater, Class C dark friend. She does it for the free T-shirt. She thinks it's like, going to the store, going to pick up a pack of Twofer, get the free Molson Canadian shirt out of the cooler
wow,
there, bud.
You're actually, this feels real. This feels
I didn't know this was a therapy session.
Okay,
Thank
Rob.
you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Like this one down.
Rob, reasons your mother-in-law is likely a dark friend.
Well, she told me that her favorite book in the series was Crossroads of Twilight.
Oh yeah, that is real. That's How do you even explain that? I totally understand now.
Her name is really Elida.
So just a fool.
And if you
then.
don't believe that, you're a dark friend.
Nice. Wow. I loved the favorite book is Crossroads of Twilight. What's funny is about this question, chat went really quiet. It is a really funny observation. This whole little section, this question is making me laugh so much. Okay, let's bring in our last caller. And like I said, we'll give away a mug, and maybe I'll pick a random question that I still love from the list before we end for the night. So let's bring our last caller into the show. Welcome, Malkier Talks, or as some of us might know him, the Grifter last Wednesday. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Fantastic. So what's up? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm loving the show. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's been fun. What question you've been waiting for a while there? Sorry for making you wait. What question do you have for our panelists?
Well, this is just for the panelists as well. But as we all know, that Matt and his team there work really, really hard to bring us content every Wednesday and a lot of Sundays. So if you could pick anyone from Randland to give him the night off, who could do it with a bit more style than I did, who would you pick and why?
Who would you pick from Randland to be the host of the Dusty Wheel? Is that what your question is?
Yeah.
Interesting question. Yeah, I want to hear this. Who from Randland would be a good host of the Dusty Wheel? Let's start with you, Rob.
At first I misunderstood the question. I thought who you would go out with on a night off, and I was of course going to say Lampy.
That's a good answer.
I would love to see Dane Bornhold host this show. That would be Bloody hilarious.
How many bourbons has
Or-
he had before he hosts?
Or that really loudmouth IO guy. I can't remember his name.
The really loudmouth one. Let's go to you, Matt. Who do you think would make a great host of the Dusty Wheel?
Now, for clarification,
Randland.
is this the Westlands or is this like all like the entire globe? Like, could it be a Shanshan?
It can.
Oh, yeah, it could be a
could
Shanshan,
anybody.
yeah.
Okay, actually, I was actually also thinking Coolid, and I was just curious.
Where's my red wig?
Yeah, I like it. I like cool.
I got it right here.
I like it. Lauren, who would you pick?
It's got to be Tom Maryland. Imagine him telling stories and like interviewing people, and he would be so like good on camera. He might steal the show a little bit, but he'd be great.
I like that idea. Yeah, it's good. Delusions? What comes to mind?
I mean, I think I've said this name already tonight, but my boy Valen Luca.
Valen Luca would, yeah. I'd have a hard time. I'd have a hard time competing with Valen Luca.
Just a close up of his calves the whole hour.
Yeah, the entire time, just like Taylor.
Yeah, I like a neighbor in breaks said Pat and Fane. What a show that would be. I like it. Yes.
Oh wow.
That's
what
that's a good one.
stage of Pat and Fane though? Is this like more death? Do we have a little like?
What stage of Pat and Fane? I love it. Okay, Rob, who would you pick from Randland to host the Dusty Wheel?
Well, I think he's got to have the ultimate celebrity, and that's got to be Narg. I think Narg's got to be the host.
Narg. That's a good choice. I like it. Narg the Trolloc as the host of the Dusty Wheel. That would be interesting. Hey, interesting question. I'm going to ask you. I want to ask you as far as one of the ones that was popular. Next week is Thanksgiving around here. So tell us, which Wheel of Time mom are you most grateful for?
Oh God. I would have to say Mistress Alvear, because she gave us the idea for honey cakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's definitely a popular answer. It's kind of hard to go wrong for sure. Hey, Rob,
Yeah.
thanks for our calling and waiting for us to jump in, and I'm looking forward to having you back on the show, which I'm going to announce the rest of the shows we have coming up here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having you with us here at the Dusty
Yeah,
Wheel
me too.
coming up soon. So hey, have a good evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, all right, bye.
So yeah, why don't we go back to the announcements and give the rest of the schedule out, and we'll finish off the show here. So on December 20th, it's another Sunday, we are back with a live adaptation. Yes, Mary, Todd, Natalia, and new guests, Allie and Gus from the Wheel Takes podcast will be our guests that night. We're going to have a lot of fun breaking down part 5 of The Dragon Reborn. I can't wait to get Allie and Gus on the show, man. Those guys are hilarious.
That's gonna be so insane. I'm
so
excited.
December 20th, make sure you're there. It's a Sunday. Be there with us. Then the following WoT Wednesday, we have a tentative timing there. We don't have an image for this. It is, and maybe our Christmas show. So just be on the lookout for a potential Christmas show that's close to us. But then we are going to do on December 30th, we're going to do 2020 Wheel of Time Rewind. That's right, the Wheel of Time Rewind. We're going to have John from What Up, John Fallon, from those of you that know him as a fan, who also happens to write for winteriscoming.net. And we are going to have Joe from Takaranriad. They're going to be guests that night, and we're going to review all of Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime from 2020. That's how we're going to end the year. That, I think, is the most appropriate way to end the year around here at the Dusty Wheel. And then we have another episode that we're going to have one on the 6th, but we just have not finalized what that one is going to be and who our guests are going to be, so I can't announce that today. But on January 10th, we're going to do one that everyone's asked for, is foreshadowing the Eye of the World. Yes, we're going to talk about every single foreshadowing we can find in the Eye of the World. We're going to dive deep with Maddie from Alive Life. She's a Twitter of Time fan. Zool is going to be with us that night, and so is the Badger Reborn. So Zool, the Badger Reborn, and Maddie from Twitter of Time are all going to be here talking foreshadowing and the Wheel of Time. So that is the lineup for the next 2 months here at the Dusty Wheel. can't wait for pretty much all of these shows. I mean, they're all going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a blast. And so why don't we now give away the last mug to our devoted viewers who have stuck around here for this hour and a half and hung out with us here in chat and entertained us, and hopefully while they were being entertained. So go ahead, Taylor, give us our last pick for a Dusty mug. Who is going to win the third mug? Did you already see the winner, Taylor? Beth
Hooray,
Roberts
Beth.
has won. I swear, has Beth won before? I swear, Beth, congratulations. Beth, Dana, and I think it was Carolyn. Make sure to contact me on Discord. Like I said, over social media, you can find me, and we'll have you pick out one of the mugs, and we'll get it to you here soon. So thank you. Congrats to all of you for being here. I love how people are still putting in iRaffle. That's so great in chat. And there was one other question here. There were so many. We barely got to maybe half the list here. So I'll save those for probably our Christmas show. We might do a little bit more of this and just have fun that night. So I'm going to save some of these. We had Would You Rather, and we're going to have chat kind of jump in on those. Character Kinks is going to be a fun one next time. The wheel didn't give us some of these, we answered other ones tonight. So yeah. So again, just as a reminder, if you want to participate in the Great Meme Off, make sure you go. You can find that on Unraveling the Patterns channel. Go check him out. Make sure you subscribe to his channel and check out the instructions on how to submit that. Again, you have until basically through Friday to submit those to us. And that's going to be a lot of fun for us to pick through and have a finalist show. And then, obviously, don't forget to follow Rob here at the Weekly Wheel News. Also, do you have anything coming up between the two of you that the fans should be aware of before we let you go tonight? Is there anything that they should get prepared for in Unraveling the Pattern or Weekly Wheel News?
My Age of Legends video is almost done, so I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait. When's the next Weekly Wheel News article coming out?
Wednesday.
Is it coming out? Does it come out every Wednesday? Am I forgetting that? Nice.
Did you see the one today?
I don't think I saw the one today. Okay, so yeah, go check that out. Like you said, thegreatblight.com, you can find it. And every Wednesday, you can find those. And so thank you to all four of you for being here tonight. This was a lot of fun, as always, giving away stuff and announcing episodes and just having a ridiculously fun time spinning the wheel with you. So good night to all of you that are watching us. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday, talking about Yosha Stradowski. And as we say around here, good night and smash to black.
And subscribe.
If you want news and rumors that